I'm excited to share with you treasure number 5. I'm only sharing with you the top 10 treasures of our home education experience, but there's many, many more than 10. But these first 10 are just right up there at the top. That's why we've made them the top 10 treasures. And I want to share with you today about our 5th treasure. And that is the one of projects, or you could call them activities or doing things together, whatever you want to phrase it as. But I'd like to share with you about the fact that today, now that we finished our home education years, if they ever finished, because home education to me is a process that just carries on and on and on forever. My mother's still teaching me things every day. So I would say that projects stands out there for us as a treasure that has been very, very precious to us. Because when we look back in our home education years, even my own as a child growing up, and then now my own children who are adults, and we look at our memories and what we hold dear, what we treasure. And it's not sitting around looking at the academic books we finished doing. That's not a treasure that we... I mean, yes, there's pleasure in being able to see what was accomplished. But actually, it's the things we did together, whether we were building something together, making things together, and all of this was part of the learning environment, part of the learning experience. Obviously, with us, you've probably gathered by now that we lived Konos through and through, and Konos is just a file packed with activities. So we just did these activities, and that is what is a treasure to us today. You might have watched the first 4 treasures being Bible study and read aloud and read aloud. And now I'm sharing with you projects, and that was actually doing things. Our weeks were filled with doing activities, doing projects, making things, building things, experiencing learning together in the form of doing and discovering. And so that is what is dear to us today. It's much, much more dear, and we hold it much more as a treasure than other elements of our home education years that were just the formal necessary side, which was also precious, but nowhere nearly as valuable to us as this that I'm sharing with you today about projects. So I want to encourage you to please see to it that you actually spend time doing things together, doing projects together. It might take more effort, it might require more character, more patience and determination, all those wonderful character traits that we need to grow in ourselves as parents, as well as impart and teach to our children. And that all happened, and that's what we have experienced as part of this treasure, is seeing the fruit of it. It's not just about the memory of doing it, but it's also the fruit of it, and that is a valuable fruit in the fact that it was an opportunity for character to be established and grown and developed. So if you're not doing projects, and if you're sitting at home and you got a classroom and you're taking out the books and you've got your noses in the books all day long and you're just finding yourself bogged down with the books, I'm going to encourage you today to get on with some doing. Just imagine the fun and the experience and the treasures and the memories you're going to have as a family when you look back, if you can think about the things that you did together, rather than the memories of sitting at a desk and getting through all the learning that needed to take place. Because let me assure you, the learning is happening at a very great level, very deep level, and a very broad level by doing things together, doing projects together. In fact, I'm just thinking now of something that Greg and I were watching the other day, where we saw a teacher. He had a lot of initiative, this teacher, and he had taken all the desks out of his classroom. And he had given the children in his class projects to do, and that's how he was teaching. He was teaching through projects, and he got them in groups, and they were building robots, and that was the example in this particular thing we were watching. And he was speaking about how much learning was taking place, mathematics and communication and language skills and thinking skills that were taking place in his classroom now that he had remove the desks and remove the seated sitting, open the book, let's learn what it's got on the page. He actually had the children involved in projects. So that's why it's a treasure. It is to me, my experience, and from listening to others, the experience of projects and doing things together has a wonderful learning opportunities, a lot of opportunity for growth, and very, very treasured memories. So this is all about the treasures, and that's one of them. I hope it's going to be one of them for you too.